Hey, Facebook Live. I always get like hung up on that. But what's up? It's Wednesday, and as you can see, I am outside. Okay, but it's a little bit of a crapshoot because it looks like it's gonna open up anytime. So I'm gonna try to make this quick so I don't get caught in the rain. So I know it's coming, but it's still, at least I got I got sun. I got clouds and sun and bright. So let me hurry. Okay, so today I'm going to talk about opportunity. I want to share a little testimony with you. It happened to me. So I'm new to the Houston area. Hey Houston, what's up? And I was driving along, and there's this huge 18-wheeler that I'm on a surface road, and he plows by me, and I hear a pop and a bump. Like, he just hit me. Oh my God. The guy doesn't stop. He keeps going. And I'm blowing, like, I don't believe this, like, for real? So I slow down, and I stop, and I get out, and there's a guy behind me, has his flashers on, and I'm like, okay, maybe this guy saw it, right? So I was like, did you see that? And he's kind of really hesitant. Like, he's not, yeah, I saw that, I'm hyped. I'm like, 'cause I'm ready to take him down. Let's go find this dude. So the guy gets out, and he sort of casually says, well, I was trying to get out of the way. I hit you. Oh, you hit me? That was my thing. You hit me? And so he goes on in his story, and he says he's an attorney. He's not going to file a claim. He'll pay for the damage. So I get out. I got to see the damage. Now let me see what's really going on back here. So sure enough, he's hit my car, and it's a little bit of damage. It's a bumper, right? So, and he's telling me that he's going to pay. He gives me his information, gives me his name, his phone number, his insurance documents, and all that. Decide we're not going to call the police. And he's like, you can go somewhere and get it fixed, and I will pay you. I'll pay for the. And I'm thinking, okay, sure. Now, in the back of my head, I'm kind of like, yeah, this is the third time somebody rear-ended me, and they going to tie up my car. So I'm kind of thinking maybe I'll just ask the guy to give me a few $100 and I'll keep it moving. But I don't think about it right then. I got to keep going, right? So I go on, and I think a little bit later, it's like maybe a week passes by, and I am thinking about this guy, and I'm like, okay, I got to tell him something. But now I haven't had time to take the car to get, okay, let me just tell you, right? I drive a luxury car. I drive a Lexus, right? And I've been hit in the back of the car like at least 2 or 3 times. So I know to take that bumper off, it's going to be like $3,000, $2,000, at least $2,000. Could be 3, but at least $2,000. So I wasn't going to ask the guy to, pay $2,000 to the car. I just wasn't going to do that. So I thought about it, and I said, okay, here's what I'll do. So I called him up. Hey, tell him who I am. And I say, listen, I already know it's going to cost way over $2,000 to get this bumper fixed. So I'm not going to ask you to do that. But what I am going to ask you to do is, I'm new to the Houston area. I need your help. So I asked him to help introduce me to people that could be possible business partners for me, and he agrees. So the awesome thing about that is, seeing the opportunity, is that I leveraged that because I really didn't think it was fair. I mean, okay, I do have a scratch, it is damaged, but I just feel like it was just more than enough. Like, it was too much to ask him to come out of his pocket for $2,000. He hadn't filed it. Sure, he could have gone to his insurance company, but it just didn't feel right. So I just decided to go another route. And in going that other route, hopefully I establish a really great business contact, and he allows me to leverage his network, and we go on and do some business together. So the whole point of this video was to talk about seeing the opportunities. Is that sometimes if you're accustomed to thinking the way you're taught to think, which is, we're really not taught to think, okay? Most things are thought for us and given to us and handed to us and we're told what to do, and we get a lot of that information through media and just different people around us. But critical thinking and being able to think on your own and leverage your own thought processes is really something you have to practice. And in the entrepreneurial world, you have to practice it a lot, because we're problem solving and we're trying to solve problems that other people haven't figured out a way to solve yet. And in doing that, you have to learn to do that for yourself as well. So the little testimony I just gave you was really a way for me to leverage this scenario. How was I going to get the best out of it? How was I going to make the best out of it and still leave him whole, still make a partnership, a friendship, etc., etc. So as far as I'm concerned, it's a win-win. He doesn't have to come out of his pocket for anything. He and I will sit down, we'll talk about what I do, how I do it, if he has anybody in his Rolodex that could benefit from the services that I provide, on and on, A, B, C, E, F, G. I, on the other hand, get to make a friend. He remembers who I am. Anywhere down the line he remembers, I got a deal, okay? So it's really about how you learn to think about opportunities, what you see, as opposed to seeing it as, oh my God, I got to get this done, or, you know, whatever the situation is for you that you're dreading, make it an opportunity. Find a way to, you know, fix a problem for somebody, even if it's fixing a problem for yourself. And I know sometimes we have to put people around us that will help us see things a little bit differently. But that's the whole idea. That is, to me, the beautiful part of entrepreneurship, is that we don't think the same way as other people. We think differently. We are problem solvers. Some of us are very creative. That creative process looks completely different than this logic line I got going on, okay? Because when I'm working with creative people, it's very difficult because I'm very logical. I'm a math girl. What do you expect? Come on, cut me a little slack here. I can't always flow with the 16 and the 32 and the green and the yellow. I'm 1, 2, 3 girl. That's me. So, but typically, you see those of us that are in the entrepreneurial world, we are definitely out-of-the-box thinkers. So if you're on that route, you're an entrepreneur, start solving your problems for yourself. And it may mean you have to introduce yourself to more creative people. You have to do things, again, I talked about being uncomfortable before, I've talked about a whole bunch of other stuff, but in this uncomfortable zone, it really is the growth space where you're uncomfortable, you do things you haven't done before, you leverage what you do have. You may not have a lot, but leverage it and make it work. All right, now, so that's kind of the opportunity thing. I keep trying to get to more numbers, but every time I get to numbers, I get to this sort of backdoor thinking process before I kind of get to the numbers. And besides, numbers can be a little bit boring. It's how you talk to the numbers and kind of what you say. So I definitely want to get more to that, and I will, I promise I'm going to get there. And just, you know, I'm on the fly. I don't have myself organized as well as I want to be. But what I'm committed to doing is bringing a video every day. I think I might have missed one, but I've done pretty well so far. So hopefully I'll keep on this track and I'll get a little bit more focus for you guys, and will increase my views and viewership and likes and subscriptions and all those things that go along with this. Really do want to be able to bring value content to entrepreneurs and to the entrepreneurial world. And again, like I said in my last video, I'm just a part of the big swoop of people that are out here trying to encourage you and help you in your journey. I may be ahead of some folks and behind other people. I don't claim to know everything, but for those that I can encourage, I certainly want to. In the meantime, you guys have a great, awesome, beautiful day. And yeah, it's going to rain here, but at least we got sun right now. So I'm out. Peace, deuces. Next time, you guys have a great one. Later.